Hello, folks, and welcome back. We are, I believe, T minus 4 turns? 3 turns. So this might be the final episode. I think the main threats we have to worry about pretty much been eliminated. We've smashed this front. I'm going to continue just pushing out into their cities just to kind of secure, kind of give me a layer of insulation from any reprisals. I think the last major army that can really threaten us is here, and I'll be fighting that. It really doesn't look like there's much else, so we will see if I can take control of the world, and we will destroy it and build something better with bigger packs. Oh yeah. I think now I actually have... No, I don't have any strategic ops that do cool things. It's 1 turn away. Ugh. The humanity. So this has a pretty high tier defense. What do I have? I've got some Uber Valkyries that can do cool things. And I've got a lot of tier 3 units. Pretty good range superiority. They've got pretty much low tier trash at this point, so it is time. I think, can I actually get a good fight in? Doesn't look like it, I can't get here. Oh no. So we will march forward, but we will not actually fight because that would be too convenient. This looks like a free auto combat. Yes. Can I... Oh wait. Doesn't look like I can totally get there yet, so we gotta keep marching for the victory. And on this front, may as well rush the super bike. Can't get here this turn, but he can be ready to reinforce next turn. And I also want that puck. Give it to me. Alright. And on this front, this is unoccupied, so we're just going to auto this. I don't think the defenses will hold. And we didn't lose anything. Super. So let us convert to the superior species. These guys are in position to take that. We'll do a quest because the world will end at some point. And you will not be able to do anything about it. On this front, now are they in a really bad position? They almost are. I almost can fight this stack. Except this one is slowing me down. So this might be a pretty fair fight. I could even bring in some extra spam units for bonus points, but we can fight on this front here. I think this is our slowest one, so we're going to send this here, here, and I want these stacked together. It is a risky battle. Okay. Well, if we lose this, the countdown timer might change, so this is fairly important that we win. Oh no, they're putting up their little bunkers. What will we do? We like little cockroaches trying to get in. Actually no, that's a bad example because the cockroach would win in this situation. So, battle plans. I've got these range superiority units that will utterly decimate their stuff. So let's move them forward. And I can make one of them enlightened. Definitely gonna do. To now be the super trooper. And this can just run at them. So that's good. I think we're gonna move over here. And they do have an AoE unit, but it has a limited range. So it could fire it up to here. So it means this is fine. We're going to make a little dude to run at the enemy. These guys are fodder, they get totally wrecked by that. So they are going to fall back over here. Just going to abandon that front. There's no reason to fight that. These guys can all move forward. This is mostly a trash stack as well. We're gonna get these guys into position to start doing something next turn. I think I can safely run into that. These guys do have jetpacks, so get them as close as I can. They're also stagger resistant. So even if this thing uses its AoE, we should be golden. Yeah, I can bring this out, and this is a close range support. Okay, so this is going to get utterly dunked on next turn. On this front we have... Do we have any Valkyries? No, we have a bunch of trash stacks, but we have a star guide. So, what do we do? These just stagger resistant, right? Yeah. Game, por favor. Okay. Twas unfortunate. That guy's totally dead. You know, super great and all that. So, you'll be our first and only casualty. This guy... I don't think there's any point in trying to heal him. I could run up and do a blind. What's the range on this? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't get a super blind. Unfortunate. But yeah, these guys are pretty screwed. Yeah, they're just dead next turn. And there's nothing I can do about it, which is frustrating. And I don't want to run this guy. Well, he's the Dodgenator and he has 20% resistance, so we could actually run up here. If we do this, I'm not seeing what the blind chance is on him. Looks like 38%. Okay, well we got somebody. I think that's everybody. Just end. Alright, he's dead. Oh, he missed. Oh god.
Unit destroyed. Operations ready.
Okay, so in the ideal universe, this unit runs over here as these units are destroyed and manages to revive our one unit because I am petty and I do not want to lose any units. Let's see. Looks like this guy. This guy doesn't have cover anymore. This is unfortunate. But I can just like jump these guys in. You guys have any stagger resistance? No, they do not, right? But unfortunately, they'll get staggered, or potentially like not staggered, but what's the word? Poisoned. Words, they happen sometimes. So I should be fine. Okay, we got a stagger. Nice. I want to get in on this thing. Okay, is stunned, unfortunately. That guy's blinded. I could peel actions off of their hero with a sniper. Good. And this guy... might as well just get rid of that.
Enemy killed.
Has pretty awful chances at everything. Okay. So now we run at the enemy. And do horrible things to them. This thing probably needs a heal.
Enemy destroyed.
Okay. Run that guy out in the open. Oh, I definitely want to do this.
Enemy terminated.
This guy can fight this. Are you stagger immune? You're stagger resistant. I don't think this has... Right, it doesn't. So I can just fight back. Teleport that guy in. I kind of want to do the heal, because I don't want to lose this thing. Go for a kill.
Enemy destroyed.
It's a kill. Is good. Now most of this is melee, so I'm actually not too concerned about it. So, at least for another turn. So let's just run over and kill this.
Enemy down.
I might as well jetpack on this guy and kill him. Or at least make him fairly unhappy. This guy is going to run over here because we're going to need that support. I could just finish this. There's no reason not to.
Enemy annihilated.
So I don't want to move these guys out because their melee units aren't going to get any value if I just stay back. So we're going to just hunker down for a turn. Now, the area of most concern is over here. So, I could like drop a Valkyrie here and blind some units. I could actually drop her here. So that staggered some of these guys. I want to get her shields up. So I just like jump over here. And then I want to throw a grenade. Do for big blind and stagger. So at least they're all blinded. That's nice. Oh yikes, they almost killed it. It is okay. That is why we have the super repair unit who cannot actually repair it this turn, but we can move and give up an action point to repair it quite a bit. And now we have this super Gatling gun of uberness. Except it only can target one unit at a time. Oh well. Let's see how this is going. Okay, well, nothing's dead yet, which is great. Except that's actually dead. So now I don't have to worry about that. I have my heal, which is good. They have a lot of sniper units that are... Oh man, they got stunned. Alright, let's bring this over. Take care of that. And they got stunned again. Unfortunate. I could get the kill. I could also get the heal. Do I have any other units coming on in that I could work with? That guy can just run over there and say, hey, shoot at me! Okay, that's looking promising. Can I get a shot? Doesn't look like it. Oh, yes I can.
Enemy down.
Perfect. So I think this guy could actually cause... Oh no, he only has his grenade launcher. That's actually really good for me. He's not really any meaningful threat. So, I don't know what I want to do exactly yet, but we're going to save this guy's action because he might be able to take out something over there. On this front, we have the Reckonator! And we have lots of air units, which pretty much sucks. They all have arc retaliation devices. That's pretty funny. So I guess I just start using the stagger shotguns. Perfect. This guy can run over here. It's fine if he's stunned. I don't care. %. I don't really think it matters on the stagger because
Enemy terminated.
what is it? Because their attack only takes 1 action point. Oof. That should be a kill.
Enemy down.
Nice. So their mid has been obliterated. Now I kind of want... Maybe this guy can get a kill here.
Enemy eliminated.
And maybe we can get... That's a kill.
Enemy killed.
Okay, so this is looking a lot less scary. We still have this guy who has a blind. He can kind of sit over here. Yeah. Oh, hey, we got a proc. Nice. That's being pretty useless. Am I out of stuff to do, essentially? Okay, I'm down to these 2 units. This guy doesn't look like he can do a lot of DPS, so I'm looking for kills. Now, what other options do I have? I can drop bombs. I can give somebody their action points back. I could just drop another Valkyrie. What else? I could drop a Constrictor. So much stuff. Can I get a kill? No. So I honestly might just want to do a Valkyrie. That's a 70% chance. So if I could drop something to stagger these guys, and threaten them. Oh, is it dead? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, well.
Enemy eliminated.
That's a big deal. And can I... Honestly, I think I just want a Valkyrie. Maybe I could do it for cheaper. What does a Shredder Bomb do? Gets the double stagger and gets the bleed on them. Okay, that's good enough.
Unit offline.
That's fine.
Unit has fallen.
That's fine. Let's throw away anyway. Oh, it's feeling bad about itself. Aww. This thing, I think, just runs over and punches that in the face. Oh, that looks like it's gonna die.
Enemy annihilated.
Did I really just park him under it? I'm the best. I am the statistician. And we have a shotgun. Flanking shotgun.
Enemy killed.
Oof. It's gotta hurt.
Enemy hero killed.
Yeah, he was. Now, where's this other dude? He's about to get wrecked. What is going... Oh, he has like 5 billion armor. This man wants to say hello. But also, you have like a 10% hit chance? What's going on? Oh, yes, Skitter. What an annoying little dude. It is annoying. Well, let me just like run this guy over into melee and heal him. I don't think he can grenade himself, so that's good. I'll just hang out in the trench. I don't think we can shoot him. 55%. We'll wait on his action. This guy can also just get out of town. So we just have some cleanup. We lost a throwaway unit. I'm not too concerned. Well, that's still alive.
Enemy terminated. Enemy destroyed.
Wait, why did it... Okay. Interesting. It doesn't have any action points, so it's not really a concern. And we could probably just kill it.
Enemy destroyed.
That looked pretty dope. Usually I'm not super impressed with how the game looks, but that looked pretty nice. It also was very punchy.
Enemy eliminated.
Oof, that guy got wrecked. So this one man... Oh, and I had my original mission. I wanted to revive... somebody, right? Yeah, I'm still not actually in position to do so. So, well, this guy's not really threatening. So I think we're just going to just start shooting at him. Okay.
Unit lost.
Oh, I should have done something about that. Oh well. You save this guy. Can't really save the other guy. So I'm a tactical genius. Brilliant. Just put this guy over here. This guy's gonna have some fun too. And that should be that.
Enemy hero killed. Our forces are victorious.
Okay. So that just leaves these guys. Displacement systems, what does this do? Let's... And I guess we can send one of these guys over. Let me just auto this. Okay. Oh, I can just instantly... apply mods. It's great, I can finally do that. Is there anything else I want in life? Evangelicals. That sounds pretty terrifying. And this is just running to be part of that. Let's rush stuff for no apparent reason. These guys are waiting on a turn. I'm not seeing their, like, their leader. What was going on here? Oh, that's right. These guys are moving. And I did it again. Oh well. Shouldn't be attacked, but we'll be careful. I actually want to see what's over here. Do I want to advance any further? I don't think it's necessary. These guys can just kind of chill out until the game's over. Taking all of that next turn. That's a stack. I've got four, and I guess we do a pug and an owl. Do a Dodgenator, why not? And we want to just keep building more stuff. Oh, these guys can start grabbing territory. That's a pretty big deal. How are we doing on... I don't want to just like expand because I see, you know, decent amount of enemy units on the vicinity of our territory, and we don't really need to expand. We're grabbing more than enough territory over here. Granted, it won't immediately flip unless their commander comes out and says, "I'm over here, take my stuff and win the game." It'd be great if he did that, but I don't think it's going to happen. And I could drop another monitoring station. Let's see. Okay, the bugs are coming in to attack these guys, or me, I don't know. They're gonna do something, and it's going to be interesting, I think. But I'm really not concerned about this front anymore, because they have to... Okay. Unfortunate. Even if they took all this territory, it's not a big deal. Holy cow. I'm just like waiting for their leader to show up at this point. I don't know why they didn't attack me. I don't know how they didn't attack me. They just kind of like, hey, we're here. We're here now. So we're going to definitely turn around and fight that. Let's see. Looks like a lot of dudes. I don't know if they can make it in time. Right, they have to get to one of these cities pretty much. High risk battle. We're gonna auto it. I don't even know how I control this. Okay. So I was controlling a territory over here. I don't know how, but I was. What does that mean? Win in 2 turns, we're at +4. What's the plan? I've got to make it work for 2 more turns. We definitely need to kill this. And then I might have to pivot these guys up this way. Definitely want this, and we'll start with that. If they take all of this, I'm still up 2 sectors. I could start grabbing territory, I just don't think it matters. Should definitely start that. Want a pug and an owl. Probably more troopers. Oh, it's like 71, 79. Yikes. We make like cheaper disassemblers. Electrified is actually really good. So we could do that. That's at 38. Smart rounds puts it at 50. Oh, I really want smart rounds. Or we could give it a basic defensive module. Is the Stinkinator. It spreads the stink, or yeah. Okay, let's do the Stinkinator. We have one of those. Now we finally have some strategic ops. It's great. So don't want to overextend these guys. So we're gonna head back just because we might win in 2 turns. Just intercept armies. Let's see what's up over here. Oh wow, did someone get defeated? Claudius! Claudius is dead. Oh, I should have double checked. I could actually just run over here and take his territory. I'm so stupid. Oh, it is frustrating. So that's all this territory in here. Granted, I'd have to fight all this stuff, but it would have been cool. So I think that means the Western Front is just fallen. I don't think there's anything I need to do over there. Over here, not really concerned about anything. So I guess it just comes down to this. Can I surround these guys? Technically I can. If I go into the water, they'll still be able to fight land fights for whatever reason. So I think we do it like this. Okay, so what's the plan? Well, they have a bunch of trash units and some flying units. Thankfully, their flying units started near my units that can actually kill flying units, which is great. However, I don't have really any support, so we're actually just gonna like pop a smoke and get behind a shot blocker. And kind of hunker down over here. This front we have our hero, can run over and potentially do cool things. This guy's going to get behind a shot blocker for all the various reasons. We have a bike that can just kind of eat damage. This guy has a jetpack. But all the cool spots are taken, so we're just going to hang out back here. That's great. On this front, we have our superhero, who doesn't have a jetpack, unfortunately. Oh yeah, she does. I just have to scroll. There it is. Okay, so that means you can chill. This guy will get in range to do his thing. Are you Celestian? Okay, sorry, are you Enlightened? The answer is yes. We could make, give guidance to the bike. So now the blessed bike. I just like how they feel bad whenever they shoot me.
Operations available.
Oh no. Alright, what do we do? What is the plan? Well, I have to be a little concerned about that. I think these guys just win this. Oh, they didn't kill him completely. How unfortunate. And we can kind of just push forward. And miss horribly. That's great. That's a kill.
Enemy down.
A little bit overkill, but still a kill. So why do these... Do they have like skitter or something? Oh, they're in their evasive defensive mode. I gotcha. I understand now. About this 5%. Oh, yikes. This guy isn't gonna kill that? No. Okay. On this front, these guys are kind of screwed. Just a bit. And if I could move forward another space, which I can't, I could do things that would be slightly cooler. Okay, this lady has her jetpack.
Enemy terminated. Enemy terminated.
That's what I like to hear. This is the surprise shotgun.
Enemy destroyed.
Oof. So, I don't have really any good shots. I could proc an Overwatch, turn my side armor to try and kill this. That's fine. Now the guy feels bad about himself. Great. And to keep these guys from doing anything useful, we could stagger them. Sounds great.
Unit down.
Okay, throwaway bike is now dead. Bees are healing each other. Okay. That's like a 75% stagger. It's fine. And could we get another one over here? No. Just kill it.
Enemy down.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. Well, this chick can probably do something cool. And by do something cool, I mean not really. She could just kill this.
Enemy destroyed.
I guess that's cool enough. And this guy can run over here. I still have to think about what's going to happen over there. Here, I think it's just a cleanup operation. And in fact, this guy should just run over here. It's unfortunate.
Enemy terminated.
That guy's fine. I'm not too worried. I guess this guy just runs forward, does this thing. So that's a guaranteed kill. We also could potentially start. I think we go for the guaranteed
Enemy
kill.
eliminated.
And this guy can do a blind shot, so now he doesn't proc attacks. That's the stagger. I think that's their enemy hero. This has a range of 3. And I want to be able to throw the bomb like right here. If I go here, she's probably dead, but it's a summoned unit, so honestly, who cares? There we go. Oh, let me just run that. Run in our suicide units.
Unit has fallen.
This is looking like the party zone. Well, let's clean this up.
Enemy destroyed.
She can't really do anything about that, so she's gonna run away. And this guy, he actually has decent weapons. Don't think he can kill him now, so that should be fine. So now it's pretty much, what can we do over here? Still can't actually get into range. Oh, actually this guy could TP? Yes he can. Alright, so that takes care of their sniper. And we have a targeting buff that I can use. Well, let's get this guy.
Enemy annihilated.
Get the flank bonus. That guy's blind, so this guy can actually just run. Run all the way over here and blind this guy, hopefully. Heck yeah. And of course he doesn't get a kill. Why would I expect anything else? It's a 32% chance to hit. We shot the tank and we feel bad about it. It's the story of my life. These guys just run towards the enemy. I guess we could do the heal.
Enemy down.
Okay.
Enemy
Kill.
destroyed. Enemy eliminated.
We got another kill.
Enemy killed.
Alright. Everything's dead or dying. It's not everything. And this thing is slightly injured. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I want the shotgun. And these guys, I guess we're just gonna run over here. That missed.
Enemy killed.
Okay. Oh wow, I have shots from over here. That's nice. I'm gonna run this guy over here, just in case he needs to heal that. Actually, we're not even gonna risk it. Let's just cleansing light it. Seems a bit like a waste. So, oh, there's this thing.
Enemy annihilated. Enemy hero kicked the assembly. March on.
Okay. So we have to stay in this cohesion because this guy's here. Let's rush another bike. Okay. So our victory in 2.
Operations available for priming.
Alright, that's all Paragon. I don't even know. I guess we could march south on that. Okay. So, we're pretty much set for the end game here. Oh, we actually have to conquer this, if I remember right. Let's just auto that. That should be easy. So that's their capital. And we'll be able to fight this next turn, most likely. I should just set these into guard right now. Still not seeing their commander. Stacks. Guarding there. Kinda actually want to rush this some more. Can't, because I've already done so this turn. I guess we could do a scanning station. I think this is just an energy setup. So let's get one of those going. So, Claudius the Sugar Daddy is dead. And man, if I actually scouted this, these guys could ensure our victory by grabbing this. Right now, I think we're okay. I have to kind of watch out for what these guys do. Let's see what happens. But even if they take this, I'm not in a bad spot. Okay. We should still be on the verge of victory. It's getting real close though. If they take like one city off of me, I am in a bad spot. Non-aggression pact with the enemy. We're gonna come in and take that. Actually, we should probably fall back. We need to make sure we know exactly where this could go. If we can come in and take this, I think we actually wouldn't lose, but it'd be real close. So these guys probably need to back off. Unless I can see their commander, which I cannot. Okay, so let's check this.
Operations available for priming.
What can you do? You get anywhere. You can fight one of these stacks. You can fight here. So if we just back off, we just back off to here, they can't take any more territory. On the other fronts, this is all secure. That's all secure. That's all secure. I think that's it. Let's just end turn. So, unless something crazy happens, I think we win the game. I don't know. I should actually do like a my thoughts on the game segment. Why not? But you know, I think we've already. Well, we'll get there when we get there. But looks like we're almost there. And we got the independence. So unless there's a, I don't know, like be like a dino uprising.
A victor stands proud upon the ruins of his enemies. You subjugated this world through force, as the empires of the past did. When the dust settles, you will discover whether your cause was just, or if you merely fanned the flames of entropy.
Alright folks, let's talk about the game. So I'm actually re-recording this because I spastically pan around the map for whatever reason when I'm at this screen. So the hands are off the keyboard. We're going to talk about my thoughts on the game. In general, it's pretty solid. Like, I wouldn't have started a YouTube channel and learned Blender and, you know, work through their mod tools when there's literally no documentation if I wasn't blown away by the game. I could go on and on about like all the little things and improvement, you know, all the little things that change between this and Age of Wonders 3 and why they're awesome. But I think I'd be here for a couple hours if I did that. So, in general, massive improvement over Age of Wonders 3. You know, combat mechanics have greater depth. There's a lot more you can do on the strategic layers with cities. There's a lot more, like the different player faction secret tech combinations mean a lot more because what is it? Each permutation is unique. So, for instance, in Age of Wonders 3, you'd, you know, if I pick the the elves, and I, was the theocratic elves. And then later on, I, got a human city, right? I would have access to all the things that a theocrat human would have, right? So it made playing, it made like your base race feel a little irrelevant. Whereas here, because you have your weapon tech trees are determined by your starting faction, because there are these faction tech trees, which you can progress. You usually progress down those much further than other factions. You can still research other factions' techs, but just the natural flow of things makes it so that way your faction and secret tech combination feels quite unique. And then you throw in stuff like NPC factions, and each game kind of feels like is very likely to be like a unique combination of available units and techs, which gets you to do different things, and I love that. That's just a minor thing in a sea of great decisions that make a solid foundation for this game. So I'm gonna go through a couple criticisms, and I'll definitely be talking about them more than I've just breezed by the positives of this game. But I don't want to give the that's just because there's so many things that they did right in this game. It kind of makes it hard to focus on all of it. So I have a couple minor criticisms, and I think the big one, the one that was really obvious this playthrough especially, was that the mid-game just falls on its face. You go from, here's this map full of possibilities and things that you want to conquer and do things, to just sitting back and waiting for the turns to go by. It feels like a classic strategy game, your standard bean counting simulator, right? Wait 20 turns while you slowly get ready for the end game. I think we waited like 5 hours. Half the playthrough is just watching numbers go up. Which is, I don't know who's who's made it this far. Who made it this far through 5 hours of building upgrades. And this comes from a couple problems, or not problems, but aspects of the gameplay. The big one is the end game conditions, the domination victory condition. It gets all the other factions to go to war with you if you get to if you control enough territory, which is fantastic because normally in an Age of Wonders game, or really any of these games, like whether you're playing like Total War or something, or another light war game, you just, at a certain point the game's over, but it's not over, right? You still got like 50 turns in a Total War game, or you got a long time before the actual game is over, despite having an overwhelming control of the map. And the new ending condition, the new domination condition in particular, prevents that from happening, right? Like, if I just keep attacking AI players and take their territory, I'm going to be at war with everyone. And so, that kind of makes it so the game ends when, when other factions, or at least the ending happens when, with the AI still being a threat to you, you won the game like 5 turns before it happens, not 30. But the overall problem is, once you've cleared out the initial sites, and when you hit that point where you don't really want to go to war with people, there's not a whole lot to do, right? Age of Wonders 3 had these these structures that were all over the map that you could clear out, and they had different tiers to them. We have a little bit of that with the landmarks, but nowhere near as much, right? You have maybe 5 or 6 total landmarks that you might clear out if you're being generous in a game, whereas in Age of Wonders 3 you probably clear out like 30 of them, maybe 20, 30 of them. So there's just a lot missing for the mid game. Now, I think that's being addressed. I've talked about the anomaly system that's coming up. There's essentially kind of like a, well, we'll see what it's like in a couple days, but I think it'll help. The other issue is that like fighting the NPC factions really doesn't give you anything. It's actually a really bad idea because it just costs boatloads of influence and energy to declare an end to the war with an NPC faction. So, you know, and it also completely nukes your relationship with them. So, which cuts you off from a bunch of unique techs and units. So right now there's like this, I think right now there's kind of a lack of things to do in the mid game, and it's being addressed a bit. And I hopefully plan on doing something a bit more about that with the modding tools. But in the current state, it's just, I think that's the biggest problem with the base game. A couple other ones are, obviously the AI could use tuning. Now, most strategy games, you could say that about pretty much any strategy game. However, the AI in this game is actually pretty well done. It plays the game. It's not whatever you want to call the koala bear that's a result of 10 plus generations of inbreeding that's had a lobotomy and it's on a constant IV drip of horse tranquilizers that powers a total war game, right? Like the AI in those games, they don't even play the game; they play something different, and they do something completely different, which is just they're completely helpless, but they have so many bonuses that they're threatening and frustrating to play against. Here, like the AI is grabbing territory, it's building armies, it's clearing sites, it's defending important sectors, it's keeping its armies relatively together. Like, it's kind of mind-blowing how good it is, despite the fact that units can be decked out to essentially do almost anything. Right, like late game, you can deck out your infantry units to essentially be artillery units, or all sorts of things. So it's pretty crazy the AI is doing as well as it is, and there's just a couple minor problems with it, right? We've seen that sometimes when they attack cities, they get ready to attack it, and then they don't, which makes them really easy to fight back against because they're no longer in cohesion. And you've also seen that, if a faction gets defeated and the AI comes over to attack the independents defending, one of the other players' former colonies, they don't actually take the city over. They just, they defeat all the defenders and go, great, let's move on. And, those are very fixable things. So while the AI, I think, is a little not as challenging as it could be right now, primarily I think it's due to just some little bugs, right? Like it's not the AI is playing the game, right? It's it's not a basket case. So again, a little bit more work and it would be great. And then I think the final one is how the early game expansion feels. This what I think everyone does, including myself, is when you first play the game, you're like, wow, look at all these mods. That looks like a lot of fun. I want to put mods on my units, and you're just, you're basically throwing because, or at least, you're essentially the way the game works. You're supposed to build colonizers very quickly. Colonizers cost a bunch of cosmite, so if you spend any cosmite whatsoever, you just kind of, you're just putting yourself back even further. That's very counterintuitive to how, I think anyone initially approaches this game. Wow, my avian overlords are making a ruckus. I'm sorry, but going back to it, yeah. So the colonizers costing cosmite is a bit of I think, a design problem right now. And especially with the the increasing energy cost leads to situations where you don't actually control as much territory as you could, and you also saw how the AI stops expanding at a certain point. I think that's the same. I would wager that's the part of the same problem, is that they can't afford colonizers, so they stop expanding. And, you know, while that's a small solution towards, you know, making the early game not just about building colonizers for days like it was on release, it, you know, it's like a band-aid that has some problems. I think would be, what I'd like to see is, you know, something that, you know, maybe instead of being able to colonize everywhere, you have like ruins or something that define points on the map that you can colonize, and you can only colonize those locations, right? And maybe even have those locations initially occupied and have, you know, different tiers or levels to them. Maybe the ruins have, you know, special bonuses or something. I looked into trying to do that with the modding tools, but there's some problems with that. We kind of need, I think the early game needs, Triumph needs to do something about it, because it's, when you start talking about like limiting colonies, there's some like mechanical and graphical problems that happen with the current tools. So I don't know. I'd like to see them do something about that. So those are kind of like the three main problems. There's lots of like little things, like maybe a UI element here or there needs to change. Like if we go back to the map here, you know, one of the very minor things would be like these icons here, you know, in this economy tab. Anyone who's played a Civ game looks at this and goes, "Oh yeah, that's tile income, and I should, you know, if I build like right here, oh no, this is a big mistake. This is a production sector on." Actually, no, that actually has a. There's probably an example. Come on, where's an example? There it is. It's a production tile on a tile that doesn't have production yields, right? So it's a really bad decision. But actually, those icons just indicate which bonuses you unlock via research. And in this case, I never even researched these things, right? Even in the end game, even at turn almost 100, I haven't researched any of this, let alone built it. And so even if I had, you know, an energy sector here, it'd be producing the exact same output as this production sector, right? So that's a little thing, right? There's a couple things like that, but I'm not gonna. I'll probably throw together a forum post at some point instead of going through a little list. And now onto list 3.9-7C. The melee animation for this weapon looks like ass. Please fix. But in general, I don't know. I think those are the three main issues I'd like to see something done. That I'd like to see Triumph do about. And don't get me wrong, base game is solid. You know, it's probably one of the better strategy releases we've had that isn't, you know, a standard 4X game, right? Like, this game has innovated way more than I think I've seen in, you know, Triumph is doing kind of the crazy thing where each Age of Wonders release has been like a major rework, and somehow they managed to pull it off, right? Like Age of Wonders 3 was massively different than, you know, like Shadow Magic in the previous games, and this game is massively different than Age of Wonders 3, and they've done it, and they managed to pull it off. Was it 2 times in a row, which I think is a record, right? Relic did it once with Dawn of War 2 and Dawn of War, and then Dawn of War 3 happened. And I can't really think of any other developers that have, you know, taken their like poster child game and, you know, not just, you know, dumped it out with a minor gimmick every couple years, but actually like innovated on it to the degree that Triumph is doing. So, solid game, couple issues I think Triumph can handle, and looking forward to what they do with it. Catch you next time.